Hello, 6th graders. Welcome to Big Ideas Math, Contract Math, Section 6.4, 2014 edition, the Percent Equation lesson. Pause while you write Section 6.4, 2014 lesson in your math notebook. Pause again while you write today's lesson objective in your math notebook. Today's objective is use the percent equation to solve 3 types of percent problems. Write the following key term, definition, and example exactly as it appears into your math notebook. The percent equation. To represent A is P percent of W, use an equation. A equals the part of a whole. P is the percent in fraction or decimal form, and W is the whole. So A equals P times W. An example of that is 15 equals 0.5 times 30. Today we'll be working on page 234 in your 2014 math textbook. Let's take a look at example 1. Before we get started, let's look at the common error box off to the side. It says, remember to convert a percent to a fraction or a decimal before using the percent equation. This is really important. For example 1, write 24% as 24 hundredths. So it says, what number is 24% of 50? So if you think about 50, you should know that half of 50 is 25, and then half of that is going to be 12.5%. So 24% of that is going to be right around 12.5%. So remember to write your percent equation, which is A equals P times W. And then we're going to substitute 24 over 100 in for P and 50 for W. So we are solving for A. So we simplify that and we get 12. So 12 is 24% of 50. And then we have to think about, is that close to our estimate? Is 12 close to 12.5? And it is. Example 2, we're finding a percent. So this time we're solving for the P in our equation. 9.5 is what percent of 25? So let's look at our estimate again. We're using the model. If we have 25 being 100%, so 25 is the whole, and we know that 10 is 40%, then we should be able to know that 9.5 is going to be around 40%, slightly less. So we're going to substitute 9.5 for A and 25 for W. So A is the part and W is the whole, and we're solving for P. So in order to get P by itself, we have to divide both sides by 25. So 9.5 divided by 25 equals P, so we simplify and that becomes 0.38. So that's going to be 38% because 0.38 equals 38%, so 9.5 is 38% of 25. Is that close to 40%? Yes, it is. Finally, we're going to solve for the whole. So 39 is 52% of what number? So we're using our model again to estimate. So if we know that 39 is 50% of 78, we just do that by multiplying by 2, then we know that our estimate is going to be around 78%. So we write our percent equation and we substitute 39 for A. 39 is our part. And we changed 52 to a decimal and substitute that in for P for our percent, and then we're solving for W, we're solving for the whole. So we divide each side by 52.52, and when we simplify it becomes 75. So 75 equals W, so 75 equals the whole. So 39 is 52% of 75, and 75 is close to 78, so that's a reasonable answer. Example 4 is a real-life application. We're going to find the percent of sales tax on the food total. So we're going to answer the question, $1.65 is what percent of $27.50? So we're given this receipt to look at, and we write the percent equation. $1.65, that's our part, equals what percent, that's the question, that's what we're solving for, of $27.50, that's the whole. So we substituted in $1.65 for A and $27.50 for W. And we divide each side by $27.50, and that gives us 0.06. Because 0.06 equals 6%, the percent of sales tax is 6%. Letter B asks us to find the amount of a 16% tip on the food total. So we're just finding a tip on the $27.50. So it says, answer the question, what tip amount is 16% of $27.50? So again, we start by writing the equation. We know the percent, it's 16% written as a decimal, and we know the whole, we don't know the part, so we don't know how much money to leave. So we substitute 16%, 0.16 for P, and $27.50 for W, and we multiply, and we get $4.40. So the amount of tip is $4.40. Your assignment for this lesson is to complete the following on your own problems. They're also on page 235 of your textbook. Be sure to show your work and be prepared to share during our next class. Remember, to earn credit for viewing this flipped lesson, you need to complete your exit slip, come to our next class prepared with the journal pages or other work from the flipped lesson completed, be prepared with any work that was assigned in the flipped lesson completed, and be prepared with any questions you have for your teacher, and of course, have a good attitude.